Sam Moore, the iconic R&B singer best known as one half of the legendary duo Sam and Dave, has passed away at the age of 89. His death was confirmed by his wife and longtime manager Joyce Moore, in a statement to the New York Times. Moore, whose musical legacy inspired some of the biggest names in music, including Michael Jackson and Bruce Springsteen, died on Friday, January 10, 2025, after complications from surgery in Coral Gables, Florida. Sam Moore's contribution to the world of music, especially the genre of soul and R&B, cannot be overstated. His distinct voice and remarkable musical talent helped shape the sound of an era, and his performances continue to influence artists to this day. The profound loss of Moore marks the end of an era for soul music fans and the music industry as a whole. Early life and career beginnings. Born in Miami, Florida, Moore's musical journey began at a young age. Though he initially had dreams of becoming a professional baseball player, his love for music ultimately won out. His breakthrough came when he crossed paths with another aspiring musician, Dave Prater. The two would go on to form one of the most successful and influential R&B duos of all time, Sam and Dave. Their first meeting in 1961 at the King of Hearts Club in Miami set the stage for an unparalleled musical partnership that would lead to a string of hits that would forever cement their place in the annals of music history. Their blend of gospel, soul, and R&B was electrifying, and the chemistry between them was undeniable. Sam and Dave became a sensation, drawing large crowds wherever they performed, and their signature sound began to capture the attention of the wider music industry. Rise to fame with Sam and Dave. The duo's breakthrough came in 1964 when they signed with Atlantic Records, a deal that would launch them into the musical stratosphere. With the backing of Atlantic Records, Sam and Dave became one of the most celebrated acts of the 1960s, releasing a series of hits that would become timeless classics. Songs like Hold On, I'm Comin', I Thank You, and Soul Man not only topped the charts but also became anthems for the soul and R&B movements of the time. Hold On, I'm Comin' was one of the duo's biggest hits, reaching number 1 on the R&B charts and number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1966. The track showcased Moore's powerhouse vocals and Prater's dynamic harmonies, a combination that would prove to be the hallmark of their success. Soul Man, released in 1967, was another massive hit that topped the R&B charts and reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It became one of Sam and Dave's signature songs and is often regarded as one of the greatest soul songs of all time. Throughout their career, Sam and Dave had a remarkable ability to blend the deep emotional resonance of gospel with the rhythmic drive of R&B. Their unique sound captured the heart of the soul movement, and their influence continues to resonate in the work of modern musicians. Partnership and impact. While Sam and Dave's partnership produced some of the most memorable songs of the 1960s, their relationship was far from typical. As Moore explained in the 1998 book Sam and Dave, An Oral History, it was a duo. But it wasn't a partnership. Their professional relationship was often tumultuous, marked by personal disagreements and conflicts that occasionally overshadowed their musical collaboration. Despite these challenges, they managed to create some of the most enduring and beloved music of the 20th century. Their music continued to chart throughout the 1960s, with several of their songs reaching the top of the R&B charts and gaining widespread recognition across the country. The duo's popularity peaked in the late 1960s, but their relationship with Atlantic Records began to wane in the early 1970s. Nevertheless, their impact on soul and R&B music remained strong, and their songs became an enduring part of the cultural landscape. Sam and Dave's influence stretched beyond the 1960s, with their music being embraced by generations of fans who discovered their songs through radio play, compilations, and live performances. Their songs have been covered by countless artists, including the likes of Bruce Springsteen and Michael Jackson, who often cited Sam Moore as a major influence on their own work. Their songs remain a staple in the soul and R&B genres, and their legacy is immortalized in the history of music. Later years and solo career. After the split of Sam and Dave in the early 1970s, Sam Moore continued to pursue a successful career as a solo artist. He released a number of albums, though none achieved the same level of commercial success as his work with Prater. However, Moore remained an important figure in the music industry, collaborating with other artists and continuing to perform. In the 1980s and 1990s, Moore's contributions to music were recognized with several accolades, including induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992 as part of Sam and Dave. He continued to perform for many years, captivating audiences with his powerhouse voice and undeniable stage presence. He also worked with numerous other artists, both as a collaborator and as a mentor to the next generation of musicians. In 2007, Moore was honored with a Grammy Award for Lifetime Achievement, cementing his legacy as one of the most influential figures in the history of soul music. He was also recognized for his contribution to the iconic Stax sound, a genre-defining style of Southern soul music that became synonymous with the Stax Records label. Influence on modern music. Sam Moore's influence on modern music is immeasurable. His powerful vocals and emotionally charged performances set a new standard for soul singers, and his songs became anthems for generations of listeners. Artists across various genres from rock to pop to hip-hop have drawn inspiration from Moore's work. His songs are often sampled, covered, and referenced, and his influence can be heard in the music of artists such as Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen, and even contemporary pop stars. In particular, his work with Sam and Dave shaped the sound of Southern soul, and his songs have been described as some of the greatest in the genre. Moore's influence also extended beyond music, as his songs became an important part of the cultural fabric of the 1960s and beyond. Soul Man, for example, became an anthem for the civil rights movement, its lyrics reflecting the struggles and hopes of African Americans during a pivotal time in history. The song's message of perseverance and determination resonated deeply with the times, and its impact continues to be felt today. The legacy of Sam Moore. As the news of Sam Moore's death spreads, fans and fellow musicians alike are mourning the loss of a true legend. Moore's contributions to the music world are immeasurable, and his influence will continue to inspire artists and listeners for generations to come. His powerful voice, unforgettable hits, and indelible presence on stage have left an indelible mark on the world of music. Sam Moore's passing marks the end of an era in soul and R&B music, but his legacy lives on through his timeless songs and the lasting impact he had on the artists who followed in his footsteps. He will forever be remembered as a pioneer, a trailblazer, and one of the greatest voices in the history of American music. Sam Moore's work will continue to inspire and uplift those who listen to his songs, and his legacy will remain an integral part of the musical landscape for years to come. Fans and musicians alike will continue